organization.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
A lot to do. A lot to sort out, a lot to bag on board. I didn't realize you had that many that were still outstanding.
I didn't either.
So,
That's why I ran out yesterday.
yeah, it's a lot of moving parts to say the least.
Mm. Though I think we made a lot of good progress tonight.
Yeah.
I told you I think I have now all the Batman, the single Batman titles. There's my charger. Away, and Detective Away. I have to do now the limited series and the offshoots.
I think I had put one aside.
You did.
Batman.
You gave it to me.
I thought I had another one after that.
Okay, I'll see. I'll find out at some point.
Yeah, I put it next to me.
But it was funny. Like I collected Batman a little bit when I was a kid, and then when I got back into collecting, I picked up on it, and I realized that I had the run from before Jeff Loeb. Like, I know that means nothing to you, but I pretty much have all the Batman from the past 22 years.
Wow.
Going up to last year.
That's crazy.
I picked up one. I actually was lucky. Wasn't in a bag, but it was in very good shape. Today it was the first appearance of Hush, who I don't think you know.
Mm-mm.
I think they teased him in the last movie, or they're teasing him for the next movie. I forgot. But yeah, I didn't realize that book is actually this month was 20 years old. Because that was not too long after I got back into collecting.
But it's smaller than your X-Men collection for sure.
Oh yeah. No, because my X-Men collection, like I didn't go backwards with Batman. In other words, like I picked it up from where I picked it up and went from there.
I'm still going through X-Men piles through the unbag and boarded pile you're giving me.
Then there's more.
Oh my god.
I forgot to tell you too, if you run across any Generation Hope, that's part of X-Men.
Uh-oh, I have it.
Okay. But yeah, so it continues. Only 2.5 minutes. Anything else you want to add? Were there any covers that you didn't like this today?
I was gonna say the Animal Man. No, it's not that I don't like it. I thought the Animal Man cover. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Which one?
It has like a split face, where one side is like a human face, and the other side is more like a monstrous face almost. Mm-hmm. It kind of reminded me of that movie Two-Face. You know what I'm talking about? Is that Two-Face? Where the guys on the other side of the face is like...
You're talking about in Batman Forever, Tommy Lee Jones Two-Face, or in...
I think so.
In The Dark Knight, Aaron Eckhart
Whoever
became
that
Two-Face.
Character was, where one side was human, the other side was like kind of disjointed.
Yeah, Two-Face. It wasn't a movie. It was part of Batman.
Yeah, whatever it was.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of that.
Oh. I mean, they're DC, but that's kind of common where you have a split cover where you'll have one character and another. That's a common trope.
Yeah.
Animal Man was a good read, though. That was the New 52 run. It worked hand in hand with Swamp Thing. They were saying that the different kind of... Actually, you probably would have liked it because it's kind of... It goes into... There's different kind of... I'm probably butchering it because I haven't read it since the New 52, so you're talking at least 10 years now, probably more. There's different avatars for different kind of elements of nature. So the green, for example, is plants. That's Swamp Thing. Animal Man, if I remember right, is part of red, which is, I guess, supposed to be animals. I don't remember. And then there's black, which is the rot, white, which is something else. And then in one of the last arcs, they had a new one come up called the blue, which was technology, and it was trying to take over. They're supposed to be ideally all in balance, like not one coming over the other. So there was a big storyline where the black was taking over. They kind of beat it back. And then the blue was starting to take over. but I know that you have feelings about technology.
Yeah.
Not so your brother would be more.
No, my feeling, my feeling about technology is
I
not
understand.
that I'm against it.
No, I understand that,
I'm
but
against people who are abusing it to the point where they can't enjoy reality. That's my issue with it.
right.
I mean, you see people on the street just kind of so oblivious to what's going around them. They get hit by cars or they smash into other pedestrians because they don't really know where they're going.
Well, I
or
hope you don't
walking.
see anybody get hit by a car, honey.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
So you would be perfect Swamp Thing. You'd be in the middle trying to keep balance.
Yeah.
Anything else? Any other covers you liked or that stuck out?
I thought not the covers per se, but this is a whole different topic. The Batman books that I set aside for you, like Catwoman, Batgirl, and then Batman Odyssey, I didn't think it would have been a separate pile. I thought it would have all went under Batman.
Well, because again, the way I'm doing it is here's your main Batman, and then you would have basically offshoots or limited series. So Catwoman is an offshoot, and Batman Odyssey is a limited series.
But it's part of Batman's story. Like, that's how I'm looking at it. I'm
Right.
looking at the bigger story, right? And then Catwoman is part of Batman. Batgirl's under Batman. Because it's all Batman related.
I think of it like a book. I think of Batman as one giant book.
Right.
And then something like Batman Odyssey would be part of the appendix.
But for me, like the way I'm looking at it is a subcategory. So it'd be like Batman
It is.
Catwoman. Like, and then Batgirl. And then...
It is, but the volume of Batman books I have one full box of just Batman. So then I have another box which is about half detective and then half things like Batman Odyssey or like limited series or Batman 10-Cent Adventure, Batman Cacophony.
So you're putting it together.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there's most likely going to be a third box where it's Batgirl, Catwoman, Robin, Red Robin, Nightwing, Huntress, maybe. I haven't decided if I'm going to incorporate that with Batman yet.
I didn't think it was related to Batman.
She isn't.
Okay. I thought it was a standalone story.
No. Remember she was in Birds of Prey?
Yeah, but I thought it was a whole different storyline. No?
Well, she's part of Batman, but she's part of... Well, I guess they're all part of the greater DC story.
Well, if you think about that, Wonder Woman was also part of the Batman movie, but doesn't make her Batman. You know?
As far as organization in comics goes, she's her own thing.
Right. Yeah.
Where Catwoman, yes, is her own thing, but her roots are in Batman, if that makes sense. Same with Huntress.
Right. Yeah. Well, the Huntress isn't as involved as Catwoman in the Batman story.
Well, it's not that it's not that she's not as involved. She's, I think, not as prevalent. Like, I don't even know where she is in the books now. I think that she was in Detective. Somebody tell me, I guess.
I don't even know if it would even count under Batman if she's not making a huge appearance.
But now do you see why I was like, oh, we should just do these alphabetical?
No, because I think that's easier to just do it under Batman.
Well,
it's just too many, alphabets.
That's why I shut down Batman. You know why I'm not getting any Batman anymore and haven't in...
Because you didn't like the storyline.
Over a year. No, I thought the story was okay, but I realized that it was just, as they change writers more often, it's the same type of beat, where, okay, I get to open up my toy chest, and play with these Batman villains. And it's usually the same ones that you see coming out often. And then let me try to interject one or two of my new characters, and some of them might stick and some of them might not. And some of the ones that do stick, probably not going to be as good as when they first appeared. It was weird. Like when I was looking through the stuff today, I found at least 3 different covers over the past 30 plus years where it was the quote unquote final showdown with Bane. And look, that's comics. There's no such thing as a final showdown.
Right.
Really. But
yeah.
Look, Batman's a story that's been going on for... I think your dad is the only person I know who's older than Batman.
Really?
Yeah. So, Anything else? Any other observations? You were getting thrown off with something tonight I was going to mention. I forgot.
The Infinity one you're
Yeah, the
talking about?
Infinity Countdowns. I know, because again, it's like Infinity Countdown, and then it's Infinity Countdown, Black
I
Widow,
lost
Infinity
track.
Catwoman, Infinity Catwoman,
I was like, I
Infinity
don't know if I got
Countdown.
this right. I'm just gonna put it in a box and put it in order. That's all I can do at this point.
Yeah,
And then I'm gonna leave it up to you to see if I've done it right or not.
yeah, and I think I'm gonna have to order more bags and boards now that you mentioned it before too, because like I went to the Fantastic Four box, and some of the bags are just in really bad shape.
But right now, I think we should just focus on the ones that are without it and not just backtrack, because I feel like we're making progress. Be finished with it, and then you can always go back and change those out. You know what I mean? Like right now, we're kind of short on time with everything that's going on and with his birthday coming up. So
yeah, so we're planning my son's birthday party in less than a month.
Yeah.
And we decided against doing it at a restaurant because, we're not having a big party. We're talking 15, 20 people. And, we're finding prices that, like, it would cost almost $1,000 just for, like, a 2, 3, 4 hour party. And look, our son is the only child, really,
Yeah.
I don't think my friends are going to make it. We'll see. I mean, if they do, you're talking there's going to be 4 kids.
Yeah.
And half of them are infants.
3 kids.
No, if everybody comes, Mark has 2, Sam has 1, and we have 1.
You're saying your friends have 4. Your friends have 3 in total.
Right.
We have 1, so with ours
4 total.
4. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And our son and Sam's daughter are infants, so it's like, what do you do? They're probably not even eating the food.
No.
But
unless you give them like little finger foods or something to eat.
Yeah. But so we're like, we'll just have it here. I honestly don't. I honestly think we're going to probably have closer to like 15 people.
I think so too.
Our son being the only child. And yeah, so we're trying to get everything done before then. And I think we could pull it off. My thing is, I want to get rid of, I have that one box in the front, that's the S box, and the stuff near the door so that we can get the decorations away.
Yeah.
And that's what I plan to do when you're sleeping, is get all that cleared out. So, maybe even during the day you can start taking the decorations down, and I'll bring everything down then.
Yeah, that'll be nice actually, because it really hampers me from moving back and forth from that.
Well, just we need to get it ready, because then that'll let us vacuum, and that'll be one less thing off your mind.
Yeah.
Comics wise, I'm trying to think. Was there anything? Were there any? I know that you don't like some of the. What's the word? Salacious covers.
I didn't see anything today. No.
Did you find any today? Okay. Well, there you go. Any covers that you liked? I know you mentioned Animal Man. I'm sorry.
No, there's one with Captain America, and he's fighting off another villain or something. He was just doing this. I don't remember who else he was.
No other character. That was the pose she was saying. So he was punching down almost.
I don't remember who the character he was punching, but I thought that was a really cool cover.
Don't know which one it was, but I guess that's a good sign that it's time to sign off.